I'm using even less air. It's like nothing. It's very little effort and very little air. It's just that the small amount of air that I'm using is being given instructions very clearly from my tongue to be a high note, and my lips are saying, yeah, cool, here we go, and that's it. There's no internal struggle. There's no war between air pressure and tight lips. It's really just a whistle. It's a particular whistle. It's just a different whistle. There's no need for there to be more effort depending on the range. There eventually will be more effort depending on volume. It's easy to play high notes really soft because you don't have to use very much air pressure behind the tongue, and just a small amount of air pressure is enough. When the tongue acts like a thumb over the hose, that's enough. When you need to play really loud and still make that high pitch, the tongue still has to come up like it does for that high note, except I gotta keep it a little bit lower to let more air flow, right? So between the high part of the tongue and the roof of the mouth, there's got to be a little bit more space to let more air through. But that's like taking your thumb off of the hose. So you lose air pressure that way, which is when we need to compensate and add extra air pressure from here. So if I step on the gas, then I have to squeeze more, because at the same time I'm dropping my tongue and letting more air flow. If I didn't add extra pressure, then this would happen. It's just, well, we lost the air pressure that we needed to play that note. That's the only time when it feels like work for me at all, is when I'm playing high and loud at the same time. Nice. If that feels really weird and unfamiliar, then that means that you should do it more until it becomes familiar. And then when it's something that feels familiar, then it's something that you can start putting into the horn. So that pretty much covers the entire range that you could ever ask. Like double C into the pedals. Good enough. That kind of air, that will get you above double G for sure. You can play Brandenburg with that air.
But what brief exercises are you doing?
That's it.
Just this?
Yeah. But we don't move large amounts of air through the instrument. Even when we're playing really loud on a low note, it's still not that much air. Like... that's way less than a low brass player uses. So we don't really need to work on having lots of air exit our body. Of course, it's really nice to be able to take a nice full breath in one beat, to be able to play a nice long phrase, for sure. That helps so many musical situations where if you didn't take a big enough breath, you have to cut the musical phrase in the middle and it's unmusical. It's like prioritize, just total efficiency and economy of the use of your body. Practice in front of a mirror and play the game with myself that I'm actually looking at a picture of myself, not actually looking in the mirror. Watching my muscles, watching everything, and making sure that I have perfect control over everything and nothing is moving. If you let your tongue do the work, if you unless you make it a linguistic activity, playing the trumpet, and you do it with a big fat piece of steak on your face that's actively pushing the mouthpiece away from your teeth. If you play that way, then life is a vacation on stage compared to what it would otherwise be.